Here we go. So yeah, back after a few weeks. I did take some time off. It was worth it. But yeah, I'm back. We haven't done this for a while. I don't know what the last one we did. I did one with Josh, one with DBG, and then took a few weeks off. But I'm with IJJosh, like one of my favorite people ever. How you doing, man?
The better Josh, as we all know, the better Josh.
Yeah, superior Josh for sure.
Superior Josh, yeah.
I love every time you come into a stream and you just let Josh know you're superior.
Dude, every time, it's got to be known. It's got to be known.
It's facts. It is facts. So we're going to look back on all the level 40 rewards from this year. I keep getting year and season confused. Does that happen with you as well?
Oh, dude, I do it all the time. Or I call I know Spaceward Bird, when I watch his videos, he calls the game a season. So he says I know when I watched his older videos, he said 2K17 was the NBA 2K season. I was just
yeah, makes sense.
I sort of just got it from that. So I sometimes call the game a season. So that's where I got that from. But no, I get them confused all the time. So you're not on your own in that one. I'll be honest.
I do have a bone to pick with you before we start. I saw your Break My Team video with DBG. The slander on Larry Johnson, I think you defended him a bit. Did you defend him a little bit?
He's a Knicks player, so I have to defend Knicks players. I defend Patrick Ewing, for God's sake. It just has to be done. But in terms of an unlimited card, he shouldn't have been an unlimited card. I'll be real. But no, he was. I basically, from what I remember, he was slandering him, saying that you should get a new meme card. I said, well, instead of Larry Johnson, go for the other meme card, which is Patrick Ewing, because he is the greatest center and the greatest player of all time. But no, he was very much the one slandering Larry Johnson.
He told me to get a new meme player, and he suggested Dean Wade. I mean, seriously?
Yes, he did suggest Dean Wade, yeah.
You get a new meme player, DBG. try out Larry Johnson.
I suggested then that Opal Patrick Ewing was better than Opal Dean Wade, and I swear to God, I think if I stabbed him, I don't think I could have hurt him anymore. Just by saying that sentence, he got so mad.
You didn't let it go. You didn't let it go. It was so funny.
Oh, it was funny though.
Yeah, I loved as well. The day that came out, the next day Ty released a video of him hitting 25 threes in a row with Larry Johnson. And
that's funny.
I just sent Ty a message saying we need to do a video together when we talk about how great Larry Johnson is for half an hour.
God, the amount of Larry Johnsons I've been matching up with after that video. Good God.
I was running him on stream. I was running the Diamond Larry Johnson on stream yesterday, limited, the OG.
Oh dear.
He can still go. No, he got absolutely destroyed. He ran into three, but it was bad. It was bad.
Oh dear.
It was bad. All right, let's jump into it. So the first card is Pink Diamond Steph. Got season 1. WLN.
I mean, right. From what I remember, so everyone at that point was sort of just saying, yeah, I don't think the 150k thing is worth it. Then they released Diamond John Stockton.
Yeah.
And then everyone was kind of yeah, this is really not worth it. And then the card actually came out, and he was phenomenal.
Yeah,
he was up. Yeah, I know the level 40 then was longer than what it is now, especially this season. This season and last season is stupid how quick you can get a card.
Yeah.
But I know back then you were doing what was it, 50 rebounds for 600 XP or something stupid like that. So despite the grind being longer, that card was just people were using them up until season 4. That card was stupid. No,
I didn't get it
because I was in the camp of because I packed John Stockton. I was yeah, this card's just cracked anyway. So I was why do I need to go against Steph?
Yeah, well, they had Jerome Williams as well, which was almost a clone of Steph in a lot of ways. He was more than usable. It was all about the curry slide, wasn't it? It was he could curry slide.
Yeah, he was. That was the start of everyone using curry slide. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get him. The first one I got was season 3, which was Wade. I didn't get Blake either.
Yep, I'm in the same camp as you. Yeah.
Objectively, he's a W. I mean, was the best card in the game for 8 weeks.
Yep, he was for a while. He was the best. No one, if you had him, you weren't running any other point guard whatsoever because he was so good.
Looking back, I was saying before it was my biggest regret that I didn't get him, but I'm actually quite glad. I remember people grinding that card at the time, and now obviously everything's meaningless.
Dude, it was such a stupid grind. Like, because I was going into it, I was like, this grind is stupid. On top of the game being in a terrible state because you literally couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
So that made like 3-point point objectives like even more ridiculous. So like yeah, I didn't go for him because I didn't think it was worth it. I kind of wish I went for him now, but obviously we're in June. It's water under the bridge at this point.
I mean, at the point that I'm at now, where I've literally stopped grinding everything, like my opinions of that have changed. Like you can get any card, you can get any card now. Do well.
No, fine. Like I generally think you could get like what are we on season 8 now? I think or season 7.
8, yeah.
I generally think you could get season 6, season 7, and season 8's level 40s quicker than you could get that season 1 level 40.
Right. Yeah, you're
because
right.
the season 1 level 40 was stupidly long.
Yeah, I mean Wade was the first one I did, and that felt brutal at the time. Like
yeah, I remember I got that Wade. It was literally like I just lifted the earth off my shoulders, like because it was so long. But Wade was definitely obviously we'll get on to Wade. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's W for Steph. Next one is Pink Diamond Blake.
Right, I think for everyone except Ty, I think it's like an N. Because I think Ty was the only person I know that actually liked that card properly.
Really?
When he was running him. Yeah, Ty loved him. I remember I can't remember what chat I was in, but I think I was in like a Twitter thread, and everyone was like, "Yeah, my Blake sucks. Everyone needs Ty's Blake." Because Blake was just going off for Ty like every single game. So yeah, obviously I didn't go for him. Fun fact: this was the season I left. I stopped playing 2K. Because I stopped playing 2K, went over to FIFA because FIFA was actually doing good stuff, and now we don't talk about that game because the game is so bad. It's so bad.
I was doing some FIFA this week. I was playing some career mode. I gave Villa like 500 million and just went ham in the transfer market. It was great.
I mean, obviously, I know this isn't a football thing, but they got new owners, so it's kind of realistic. So
yeah, we do.
But no, like I remember when I first started season 2, I was like, why am I doing this? I went on to FIFA, came back for season 3, and I'm so happy I did. To be honest, I'm really happy I did.
Good job, good move.
Like, not even just like YouTube stats wise. Like obviously, if I stuck with FIFA, I wouldn't know you. I wouldn't know so many people.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously Jacob. I wouldn't know. Like so many other people I wouldn't know. So I'm so happy I came back.
That's a really good, mate. I'm like, for me, the best thing about this year, because I'm doing a video on the podcast soon. I'm literally going to do a video about how it started, how we got all the guests on, why it stopped, and all the other things. And we're doing a couple more podcasts at the end of the year. But for sure, like the best thing about this year and the biggest redeeming quality for this entire game is the people I met. Like, I mean, I didn't even know Josh or Jaquel coming into this year. Do you know what I mean? Like they're some of my best mates now. Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm giving Blake a W, man. I didn't get him, but I couldn't stop him. Like, I mean, fair.
Obviously, because go on.
If I ran into someone who had Steph and Blake, like I was ready to sort of dashboard quit straight away. Like I just couldn't stop him. People who were good with him. Like if you could play the game, he was unstoppable. Like there wasn't a card in the game that could stop
Ty.
him.
No,
yeah.
Like literally.
But I feel like I ran into quite a few people that were like I'm not going to say at his level, but were really good with the card. I think everyone that grinded for him didn't regret it because it was a while till we got another, especially a stretch 5 that could do what he did.
Oh God, I can't remember that far back. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, put it in perspective, he was out the same time Ewing was, right? Same season.
Yes.
So that's what we were talking about in terms of centers, and then Blake Griffin came in.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I think I remember that, like, because I think Ty was running him at center.
Yeah.
And I think. And people were just like, that's just odd, but he was just so cracked with him. It was unbelievable. So obviously that's where that came from. But no, like I didn't get Blake, so obviously I wasn't playing the game at that point. So maybe that's why my memory of season 2 is so fuzzy.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, obviously for me, he's like an N, because I still think at the time he was obviously a very good card. Whether he was worth the grind, that's subjective, but I still give it an N because he certainly wasn't a bad card. So
yeah. I mean, the one thing I would say, because we're going to move on now, is the jump from that season to the next season was just massive, right? In terms of how
it was.
The card was.
If it's the card I'm thinking of, it was like ridiculous. So
yeah, let's get into it. All right, season 3, Galaxy Opal, Dwyane.
Yes, it is the card I'm thinking of. He was I'm just giving it like 2 Ws. He was my point guard for so long. He was legit my point guard for so long. His release is so nice. Like, I didn't use him in 2K20. Obviously, he had the collector level card. And everyone was raving about that card. I came into the Galaxy Opal one, and he was so good. Like, so ridiculously good.
Yeah, he's like a top 10 card like in the game for me all year. That's where he's at. Like, yeah, he's definitely a W. Like, I ran that card. Yeah, same. I ran the card for 10 weeks, probably. I mean,
yeah, obviously,
he was sitting on my bench for 6 weeks.
Like, I literally think I ran that card until I got maybe D-Rob. Like, or maybe until I got like Quantum Luka. Like, I ran that card for so long. He was so good.
Yeah. Have you used the Invincible, Wade?
No, I have not.
I'm tempted, you know. I am tempted. Based on that card, I'm so tempted. Just for the lols.
I don't know, because I don't play like 5v5 like that thing. I'll do like a pack and play here or there, but 5v5 is just not for me. So my triple threat lineup at the moment, like, it's up there with like top 3 in the game. Like, it's Invincible Bobo, Invincible Giannis, and there is Shaq, Invincible Shaq, but I want to get rid of Shaq and get Durant because I am unstoppable with a Kevin Durant card.
No one's liking that Shaq, are they? I've noticed it. I've been in like 3 streams in the last 24 hours and people said they want to get rid of him.
Yeah, dude, literally, it's ridiculous. I said on stream, like last night, I think, he's a magnet for blocks, but in the wrong way. Because he gets blocked so many times. Literally, Invincible Luka got a goddamn snatch block on him. He literally snatched the ball out of his hand and run down the court. I was like, at that point, I was like, right, I'm done with this Shaq. Absolutely not.
I think it's his shooting, like, because his upper's still Shaq's, isn't it? I think his base is Gallo, right? But his upper's still Shaq, and it still looks like an awkward release.
My issue is, obviously, Shaq's a big dude.
Yeah.
But obviously, on my triple threat lineup, he's treated as the point guard. So literally, if Luka's run down the court, does a snatch back, Shaq's literally like the Tower of Pisa. Like he leans towards his jumper, but he's not getting there. Like no. So like Shaq's gone for me. Like I did like his card. Obviously, I packed him, so obviously I instantly fell in love with him. Yeah. And for a while, he's actually for a while I did enjoy him, but as soon as you have to do like any sort of defending on any other point guards, obviously playing unlimited might be different, but I still think Kareem is just so much better than him.
I'll put my Kareem up today. I'll put my Kareem up for
really.
So yeah, I feel like Dikembe will be better for me in unlimited. That's what I feel, and he's like a third of the price. I started my Galaxy Opal run today, and I lost my second game to basically 2 Invincible, Bol, and Algo. That's basically what happened. I haven't been that heated for a long time. I lost that game by 20 and I shouldn't have lost it. He hit 10. I was counting them as we went. He hit 10, 50% plus contested threes. Whites.
Wow.
Like, it was nonsense. But anyway, I felt like, I don't know what it was about Kareem. He's just not the same as last year. That's what I felt. Like, I thought he'd feel the same as last year. He doesn't. So I think Dikembe will do a better job.
Dude, literally, as soon as I saw Kareem, and I saw his badges, and I saw that he didn't have range and Deadeye, and I still hadn't redeemed my token rewards yet. So I went to my token rewards. I already had a range, and I saw like you can get a Deadeye for like 75 tokens. I was like, all right, this is like a match made in heaven, and I just had to do it. And literally, I think him, Kristaps, and Dikembe are literally like tied for the best center in the game.
Yeah, well, I chucked a load of badges on him as well, so let's see what he goes for. I'm a little bit nervous. I got him for a good price. I got him for 400 or something, but I'm a bit nervous. But
I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. Have you heard my Giannis like horror story?
Go on.
Right. Oh, God, I'm gonna get heated talking about it already. Right. I bought an out of position Giannis for I think 1.2 million. And I put range on him. I can't remember what else was on it. I think it might have been Deadeye. And I put blinders on him. And he sold for 1.165 million. So even before tax, I lost empty on him.
Jeez.
So after tax, I lost like 200k and 3 high tier badges. So needless to say, was not amused. So I don't badge cards up to sell them anymore because
I was watching JD's stream yesterday. He put a Kareem up with 66 badges, all the key ones, right? Rage, etc.
Yeah.
Sold for like 600k. And there was someone in the chat who had like 1 extra Hoff badge, which was difficult shots on their Kareem, and it was sitting at 3 million with an hour and a half to go.
Yep, I saw that 3 million one. I saw it. I was like, there's no way like that card is like better than mine. Like, because there was like, it's nuts. it's nuts what like a little difference can do to a card. Like obviously when I packed Shaq, it was like 10 minutes after all the cards came out. So literally quickly threw a diamond contract on him and just like let him rip. I think at the time Shaq was selling for like 400k. Mine sold for 690. And I don't know why. Like
I can't read the auction house anymore.
No, like I know diamond contracts aren't expensive, especially after the locker code today. So I was like, I don't know why this is that expensive. Didn't even check a shoe on him or extra badges. He was literally a fresh Shaq just with a diamond contract, which is.
Do you know what it's like now?
30K?
Before I used to see the auction houses like working kind of stocks and shares. That's how I kind of saw it, right? You invest smart. Now it feels like I'm walking into a casino every time I go in there. Just put everything on black, like hope for the best. Like,
dude, literally, people ask me all the time because obviously I'm known for like helping people make MT. People ask me all the time, just like, what cards do I invest in? I'm just like, my guy, ask me in FIFA which cards to invest in. Ask me in 2K. I literally haven't got a clue. Yeah. People ask me like, is this card going to go up in price? I'm just like, roll a dice. If you land on 6, happy days. If you land on 1 to 5,
and you just don't know what's going to happen. Like the amount of content 2K releasing. I remember with that Luka, right? As soon as they released that free Luka, every point guard crashed by like,
oh my god,
100k.
Ridiculous. Yep, every single point guard went down in price.
Speaking of point guards, that was good.
Let's get back to it.
Yeah, okay. Wade's a W for both of us. Let's do Kawhi now. So Kawhi was season 4. I'll go first on this one if you want. Yeah, huge W. You can still run him today, and he's from season 4. I've just picked up the new Kawhi, the Dark Matter one. That was like one of my recent upgrades. But yeah, that Kawhi, there's people still running him, like and running him effectively.
Yeah. In terms of for me, it's definitely a dub because like I've come from like just thinking about the Kawhi cards. Like obviously every single Kawhi card I've used in 2K has been like amazing. Like just go back to even 2K20, like he was my favorite card for so long. I wouldn't say he had like the same effect on me because I can't remember what was out at the time, but like, I got him. I was like, cool. All right, what am I doing now? Like I don't get me wrong, I used him and he was great, but he didn't have like the effect that like Wade had. I got Wade. I was like, right, diamond contract, badges, shoes, everything on Wade. On Kawhi, I was kind of just like, he's a good card, but that's about it. Like,
you know what? It's interesting you say that because that Wade being level 40 reward was a high IQ play from 2K because people didn't care about it.
Oh yeah.
They had to put in a card that everyone wanted, but I don't think it was ever going to get more exciting than that. Like that was the whole point for it.
No,
they were like, "We're going to drop a card that's going to get everyone addicted to this XP grind for the next."
It's just 2K are like so unpredictable with their level 40s because everyone like people are asking me to like predict the level 40. I literally haven't got a clue. Aside from like season 5, where everyone was like, "Right, it's either Kareem or it's either D-Rom."
Yeah.
Apart from that, everyone's been like, "Yeah, no clue."
Yeah.
And everyone's on about like I was always under the impression of like say like someone suggested like the level 40 this season might be like LaMelo before the out of position one came out or the whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And I was always just like no, because LaMelo goes in packs. But then I was also like they literally released Steph Curry as season 1. I don't know whether that's just to get people like excited for season 1, but then they released Kawhi and like Wade, and I was just like. Yeah, they literally do what they want with level 40. Like they don't care if it's sell packs or not. So
there's a bit of an explanation for that. So I think like the player base is really low at the start of the year, right? So by the time you get to sort of December, that player base really picks up. So they're not really losing a huge amount. I think D Wade was that cutoff, right? They released him just before people started ripping packs like crazy. I'm trying to think of what the first packs were that people went absolutely nuts on. The Inferno packs, right?
I'll have a look. Hold on.
I think it was the possessed packs people went crazy on, and then the Inferno.
No,
packs.
Yeah, the possessed ones, that's when people lost their mind because they were like, every 8 hours, you better rip packs, otherwise you're not getting not only the best 3 cards in the game at the time, but the best badges that make the cards literally unstoppable. Yeah, they started releasing like random ones like team ups and loyalty. I think when people started like really getting into the game was when they released the draft cards.
Yeah.
So obviously obviously. I wish 2K would do this again. Evo all the draft cards. You get a Cam Reddish. I wish they would do it again, but because I was like
leave the glitch in.
Leave the glitch in, yeah. Dude, that's when because I remember at that time I was like, because I haven't been in the game for a while, and I remember like coming into I think it was Shah's stream, and I was I literally because it's one of those things like everyone knew, like you knew like if you had the cards and you just had to, like swap them, it would still work fine. I was just like in his stream, I was like, right, how do you do it? And he generally thought I was joking. I was just like, no, shut please, just tell me how to do it. And he just kept laughing at me. It's like, guy, help me.
Why are you not helping me? Yeah.
Like he just wouldn't help me. I was like, shut help. But no, like
someone just sent me a DM on Facebook with the instructions, and 5 minutes later it was done.
Yeah, like, but no, I think that obviously the draft set when I came back into the game.
Yeah.
And then they released like the season of giving stuff for season 3 and stuff like that. I was just like, yeah, I'm hooked on this game again now.
Yeah. It happens quick. It happens quick, doesn't it? All right,
Yeah.
W's for Kawhi.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to season 5 then. D-Rob.
I think D-Rob next to Steph has been probably the most used level 40 reward.
Yeah.
Because he, like, I remember when like he came out, like when the first people started to get him, and everyone was just like, you need this card. He is literally the best center in the game, and it's not even close.
He broke
Like,
the
because
game.
people were doing, yeah, because he had like handles, he had like Hoff handles, he had like all the Hoff like dribble badges, and I literally see people doing like Allen Iverson type dribble moves with him. I'm just like, what is going on? And then like obviously he was ridiculous. He was ridiculously good. People still use him now. Like
I was
he's
using him
that
until
good.
like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's still really, really good.
You know what's funny? I released a video. it was like a video that did like really well. I just released a video at the time, just before he came out, saying once this card comes out, there's no going back. Right? That's what I titled the video. It was like ultimate clickbait.
Oh,
And,
God, I've said that like 8 times in the past like week. Good God.
But it's
Dude,
true. Once we get to that point where we have that center that is a point center that can literally do everything, and like there was nothing he couldn't do. That is the end game. That's the true definition of end game for me. Once that center comes out.
I remember last year it was the point where like they released Jokic as a point guard. I was just like, right, this is what they, especially like this season. As soon as they released our position, I was like, right, I'm gonna hate this game from now on.
Yeah,
because you can't use any true point guard, and that is our fault as well. Because even when you could use true point guards, people were running like LeBron and stuff a point guard. So like that's the community's fault as well as 2K's fault. Because obviously people see Ben Simmons in packs, they are ripping them like it's candy. Like it's ridiculous. Like so. Obviously, that's 2K's fault as well as our fault, so we kind of just have to live with it now. So, go on, use a true point guard.
I think there's a crossover between those two things, because when you start getting the out of position point guards, it really just adds to the problem, because the OP centers, the point centers in the game, do exactly the same thing. Because everyone just 5 outs, and if you're running through your center, if he's your main ball handler, you've just got to have 4 shooters open all the time.
Yep.
So actually having a point guard, like an out of position point guard, doesn't really change the way I approach the game. Like I still give the ball to my center and speed boost to the rim.
I say that now. I give the ball to ball, pass and screen away, and like do all the dribble moves. Like it's ridiculous. But like,
D-Rob was definitely that card that just changed everything this year. Like I think once we got to that point, the step up since just hasn't been there. Like it just feels really incremental since then. It doesn't feel like we've had any drastic shifts.
I would disagree in that I think when they released Grant Hill and Kobe Bryant at point guard, they released Kevin Durant at shooting guard and LaMelo Ball at power forward. I think that's when the next jump happened. I don't think the jump happened for a while, like before that. Maybe you could argue like the season 5 cards, the comic book ones. You could argue them, or maybe like Quantum, like Luka, because obviously people still use him now because he's ridiculous. But apart from that, I don't think there's actually been like, as you say, like a massive jump aside from the out of position stuff. Because as soon as like Grant Hill and Kobe came out of point guard, everyone was like, okay, end game. But we've said end game like 7 times since then. So
for me, it was D-Rob. Like for me, that was like this. It was the start of the end game, if you know what I mean. Like obviously, every card that's come out since has just been cracked. Like, but that really felt like that shift when we get to that point where everyone's going to be 5 outing with an elite center that can shoot. Like it's going to be tough. All right, so W's for D-Rob.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, 2K on a good run here.
As much we literally, I say it all the time. As much as we bash 2K, they do some good stuff. Half the time they start with a good thing and they just completely ruin it. This season's a prime example. Like those Amethyst cards, they literally built the entire season around those Amethyst cards within 2 weeks.
You're talking about the trial
It's
of
gone.
champion cards.
Yep. It's
They've done a
so-
few things this season that just make no sense. Like, it's definitely
Dude.
been a weird one.
Literally, I'm all for I'm all for like praising 2K because they do some good stuff. Like I'll be the first one to like champion 2K, but as soon as they drop like a bad thing, I am literally again one of the first people to like, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
again
obviously.
like as much as I love 2K, like obviously I have my issues with this game. But obviously I wouldn't be playing it if I didn't enjoy it. Like obviously I have my issues with it in terms of like triple threat online. Literally, help defense IQ stat is 99 on all my players, but it literally feels like 0.9 because they just don't do anything on defense. But in terms of like the actual game, I do enjoy playing it. Like that might be
Do
because
you
I have
enjoy it, or are you passionate about it?
probably both.
You do enjoy it.
But I will say that if I didn't make content for the game, it would be hard for me not to play other games as much as I play 2K. Because because there was a point where like obviously I stopped playing 2K because the game was literally like it was so bad. Like 2K18 was like it's still to this day like the worst 2K, like worse than NBA Live, the worst basketball game I have ever played because it was so bad. So that's when I had to stop playing it. But now I'm like, yeah, the game is bad, but I can enjoy playing it.
So here's the thing, right? So for me, obviously I'm doing quite well on the game at the moment, and obviously I've changed the way I'm playing it. So I'm not grinding anymore. I just jump online. And I've been on a hell of a run. Like I'm like 48-8 or something in unlimited now. I'm just running like a dark matter 5-man. But like I won 13 games in a row, get into Galaxy Opal tier, and then literally just got algo effed to death in a game. Like literally, it's like not sour grapes. Like the guy was okay at the game, and if I'd lost by 4 or 5, I probably could have accepted it. I lost by 20.
Yeah.
And I've now won 4 games since. It's that stuff that just it makes it impossible to enjoy this game because you know it's coming.
Yeah, like obviously I only play triple threat online, and you literally just get those games where you are not hitting any whites, the other guy's hitting early, 50% contested, like all the time. So you do get those games every now and then, but it's like obviously I again it might be like obviously because I have like one of the best teams in the game in terms of triple threat, but like I could just make my own fun in this game. Like
that's what you
I made a video I made a video the other day where I tried to go 10-0 in triple threat online with the tallest team in the game. Like
I've always said this, but there's no one who
it was just fun.
works
It was
harder
fun
on making this more enjoyable than content creators. No one
like,
works harder than content creators.
Nope. Like I wouldn't say I'm like the most creative, but I can definitely make my own fun on this game. Like I could run like the smallest team in the game and have fun with it because it's just stupid. Like it's just so stupid. Like when you block Shaq with like Muggsy Bogues is like the best thing ever. Like it gets you so hyped because of how stupid it is.
Yeah.
So like
if you're looking to play it to laugh at the game, it's a great game to play because you're going to be laughing at pretty much everything that happens in the gameplay.
Literally, if you're not comp, if you're like not good at the game, use the players you love. Probably like I use Galaxy over Patrick Ewing for God's sake. Like I use Dark Matter, Carmelo, and them 2 cards I literally ran in triple threat online for like 2 or 3 weeks because it was just fun. Like it was generally just so much fun.
So I'm in an awkward place right now because there's a good chance I can get unlimited done, which I haven't done myself since Iggy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I do want to do that, but I can't because if I start losing games because I'm running meme squads, then I'm going to get myself in a real mess, like with unlimited. So I'm going to try and get it done, and then maybe have a bit of fun at the end of the season. But you do have to pick, like as a content creator, you've got to pick your path, right? You're either going to be content try and get it done.
You've literally just given me a video idea, and I need to do it before this video comes out.
Oh no!
literally, just a full squad of just meme players. So we have Allen Iverson for Ty.
I was thinking this, I literally had this thought earlier today.
We have Patrick Ewing for me.
Yeah.
Johnson for you. Dean Wood for obviously DBG. I need a point guard, but we'll find one.
You'll have to use my account for Larry Johnson.
I use diamond. It's fine. I use diamond. It's fine.
You're gonna use a diamond. No, you got to use the dark matter. He needs to be a hero in that game. Like, do him justice.
No, that could actually be it. That could be a fun video. I need to find like another. I need to find like another meme player. I'll just use like Steph for like bio or something. Like,
DMG's got two, right? So he's got Dean Wade and Hido.
Yeah.
Are you going to use you actually?
Come on now. Obviously.
So your potential 4 and 5, Patrick Ewing and Diamond Larry Johnson. That's going to be epic. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm up for that.
Do you know of like obviously? Do you know of like Charlie Ward, like the player Charlie Ward?
Yeah.
He's become such a meme player on my channel. Like it's ridiculous
because of the Sapphire.
Yeah, literally never seen him play. Never like encountered him before that Sapphire card.
Yeah,
like literally, I tweeted him on Twitter and he had like 10,000 followers. I was like, please, like my chat would explode if you respond to this, but sadly he did not. So yeah, but no, he's another meme player. I think
you could use Ben Wallace for Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob's Ben Wallace. Yeah, obviously he has a massive like canvas thing. So yeah, it's Ben Wallace.
I'm trying to think of some others. I can't think of any others. Anyway, let's move on. This is epic. This is like mini podcast time. I love it. What are we at? Season 6.
6.
J.R. Smith. Are you going to give him a W because he's next? Because if you don't, that says a lot. Like...
I don't know. I have to check something. Hold on. Let me go find how many games I've played with him.
That's a good idea.
It doesn't track my stats. All it says is I played 0 games, but I know I've played more than 1. So I'll give it an N because I do like his card, but he was outdated before the card came out.
Yeah.
Like after as soon as like a few cards came out, everyone was like, "Well, what's the point of getting JR?" I think it's was this when they dropped like Ben, or was this like a little bit? Hold on.
Ben would have come out at the end of that season. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to remember. Like, so obviously we had Luka at the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what else we had.
Like at the start of that season, the kind of 2 key point guards everyone was running were probably Luka and Pink Diamond Lonzo. They were like the 2 kind of key point guards, I think. Yeah. And then but we had Ben by the end of that season. So most people, Ben was out by the time most people had JR.
Yeah, dude, Ty literally made me use Lonzo because of how good he made him look in the 250k.
I did the same. I could use him.
I could use him, but that shot, that was just like, nah, that shot's not for me.
Nah, it's not it. Yeah, it's not it. I don't know. JR, I think I'm going to give it. Jeez. It's either an N or an L, isn't it? It can't be a W.
Yeah, like I only give it an N just because he's a Knicks card. If he wasn't a Knicks card and I didn't love JR for what he did, like obviously in 2012 and 2011, then I couldn't. I just couldn't. Like
it's an L. It's an L. It has to be because it was the last proper grind as well, wasn't it? It was the last like full-on grind because Vince came after, which was available straight away, and it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Like for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, sinking your life into that.
That was the glitch season, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, that's an L. I don't care. Dude, I despise that season so much. I ask people all the time, like, what was your guys' favorite season? And when people say 6, I'm just like, how? How can you say season 6 is the best season?
It was the best idea.
Genuinely, dude, generally, right? As soon as that season got announced and they said like it was random RNG and stuff, I was like, I'm not gonna like the season. And all the way through that season, didn't help that the season was like, I think it was about 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was that they had like my favorite, some of my favorite Knicks players like Frank and stuff behind a literal RNG thing, and I was just like, yeah, this season's so bad. And then JR was season, and then obviously you had the whole Tyronn Lue thing, and that could go to hell and go burn in fire. Like, dude, it
was bad. It was bad. They were down really, really bad. That season. It was definitely
season so much.
The problem is, it could have been so good. That's where they fell down because the idea was really good. And if it had been like a case of the community getting together, figuring stuff out, and then getting something guaranteed, It would have been a lot of fun, but it just became RNG.
Obviously, I don't know if you were around. Did you play 2K16?
No.
At all?
No.
So there was a whole thing in 2K16 where it was literally like you had to like. Do you know how you like inspect the card? You like right stick and press triangle and stuff to like flip the card.
Yeah.
You can literally flip the card and inspect the card and find like different like symbols on the card, and that would get you into the glitch market. It wasn't it wasn't like play one game you're in or play 1,000 games and you're in. It was literally like you inspect the card. And also, there was another way of getting into it. You literally just had to sit on the pack screen for like 35 minutes, I think. And as soon as you back out, you're in the glitch market. Like, it was so different compared to what it was. It was better, don't get me wrong, but no, the 2K Season 6 can literally go away. Like, it was I hated it so much.
You know how, like, 2K, the community is like, they figure everything out, right? If there's a glitch in the game, they'll figure it out. I wonder if there was a glitch to that whole season that we just didn't figure out.
Dude, the glitch is what was happening in the 2K developers' head when they came up with it. I everything about that season, I almost hated.
Good.
Like I, as much literally again, like I love 2K, like all of them. Like they make some questionable decisions, but that season, like
it was bad.
I'm all for defending 2K, but that season I can't defend it. Like it was so bad. Like
it was bad. It was bad.
As soon as it started, I was counting down the days. I didn't need the game to count down the days for me. I was counting down the days for that season to end.
What do you think was worse, Glitch Reality or Season of Giving for RNG?
I said Glitch Reality. I didn't mind Season of Giving, I'll be honest.
Did you have good luck with it though? Is that why?
Not so much. Like I did have to, obviously, to get a Pink Diamond AI, I had to play like a lot of games. But I was somewhat, you could argue, getting rewarded in limited. And you had like, obviously, you didn't have to get him like in this week. Otherwise, you're not getting him ever again. It was literally like, they literally would announce like on the Friday, just like, you can play limited, get your ring, get all the players you need. So, like, I didn't really mind it personally. But season 6, I was like, especially at the end when they didn't put the glitched cards from the glitch market in like the token market for people to just go buy. Like I literally all through that season, I was like, they better put these players in the glitch market, and they just didn't do it.
Were any of them actually worth it though? Like, like we were chasing cards and no one was running, even if they got them. I mean, Taco maybe.
Taco was worth it for like 2 days.
Yeah,
I think he was worth it. He was worth it, I think, for 2 days. Obviously, if your favorite player or your like favorite team's players, like obviously I think there was like 2 Knicks players in there. I got them both, so I was happy. I was happy I got OG Anunoby because he's like the only British player. He's the only British player in the NBA, so
he was solid as well.
I got him.
He was decent.
Yeah, he's actually all right, surprisingly. But no, apart from that, like no one was chasing those cards. No one was grinding triple threat to just get out of the game quickly to like see if you got in. No,
100%. All right, so JR Smith takes an L from me. Are you sure you want to stick with an N based on everything you just said?
I'll go 95% L, and that 5% can be an N. I'll go with that.
I'll figure that out on the graphics later.
Dude, literally, sometimes you just have to come up with something creative. Like obviously, I don't know if you watched the Rate My Squad video when DBG give a team an Allen Iverson out of 10.
Dude,
I literally, as soon as he said that, I was like, oh my god, that's gold. I can make something out of that.
Yeah, someone Ty's head exploded. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Dark Matter Vince. What season was that? 7? Is it L?
That was 7. Okay. Yeah. That was season. That was the 4-week season. The whole season, I'll say like season 7 is like my favorite season, just because of how short it was.
Yeah, the pace.
I think like I think 5 weeks is like the perfect amount for a season. Because I love season 7 because it was literally start of the season. It was like something new every day. Literally, I think we went like 14 or 15 days of like consistent content drops.
Yeah.
So I was like, yep, that's sound. I was happy with that. Season 7 was banging. If there was a Vince, I don't think I've used him since I got him. I'll be honest.
What did you give him?
I give it an L.
Oh, it's an L. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Dude, literally, I remember I did the podcast with you and you were asking me like at the time, like, what do you think about the thing? I literally give Vince, I think, a W because I like people who can dunk. But
and then you use the card.
But I haven't used literally the guy that's like arguably the best dunker to ever next to like Sean Kemp. He's literally like the best dunker in NBA history, and I don't use him.
Yeah, I mean he's too short to dunk on Bol, isn't he? Let's be honest. Like,
yep.
Is it an L? It is an L, isn't it? It is. Is it an L?
Actually, I'll give it an N because the way to get him wasn't too bad. You could get him day one. You could literally, I think at the time it was like 300,000 XP, I think, available by the end to get him. So like it was very easy to get him. It was like basically no time at all. Obviously Etsy got him in like 25 hours, I think, and it just got quicker from there. So I'll give it an N just because he was quick to get.
I would give it an L.
Wasn't really.
It's an L. It's one of my favorite players of all time. One of my, I've said this before. I own 2 basketball jerseys. One of them is Carter's Raptors jersey. It's still an L. I got it right at the end of the season. I was properly burnt out from the game by this point, so it took me ages to even like properly get started. I did it in 3 days, basically.
Yeah.
And I regret doing it. Like that bank holiday, it killed me. Like it took me off the game, off content, everything. I hated it so much, just grinding for 3 days for that card. It nearly ended my YouTube career. Like that's not even an exaggeration. Like it was bad. Just
DM Vince Carter on Twitter. It's your fault, Vince.
Yeah, you ruined my life. It's got to be an L. Like I didn't use him. I just didn't use him. I like what it did for the community. I like the whole SP thing. Like all of that was really cool. Yeah. I like the fact that it was available straight away. But I was so burnt out at this point. It's probably a personal thing. I reckon most people would give it an N. Or I don't think anyone would give it a W. But
I think because a lot of people are like high on season 7, like they probably would give it an N.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of struggling. That's why I'm kind of teetering between an N and an L, just because obviously it's a very easy card to get. Like if you didn't get him, I literally there was no excuse not to get him other than just lazy.
Do you know what? It's funny you say that because people were saying that to me, which is why I spent my entire bank holiday weekend. People kept saying there's no excuse not to get Vince. And then I did it, and I was like, there was an excuse not to get Vince. I'm not going to use the card. Like, what? That was the best excuse ever. All right, okay. He's gonna hold that L, I'm afraid. But yeah, let's get on to this season. Invincible Luka.
I mean, as a card itself is a dub, but I'm going to give it an L just because it's the only card I come up against in Triple Threat Online. I don't come up against any other card except that stupid Invincible Luka doing bloody step back threes on me all the time. Just be creative. Use a different card. I say as I'm running Taco Ball. But anyway.
I mean, by that same logic, aren't we giving Steph an L? Because that was surely worse.
Right. All jokes aside, the card is amazing. Like, in terms of like value for time, I think he is the best level 40 we've got because he's not that long to get him. He's an end game card, so he'll last you until September or whenever 2K22 is coming out.
Yeah.
So like obviously if you match it up against like obviously Giannis as point guard, he may struggle, but obviously then you might just move him to shooting guard. But in terms of that, I literally think he is the best level 40 card we've got.
Is it a W?
I would have rather Porzingis though.
You would have rather Porzingis as the level 40?
Yep.
Interesting. All
right. Because as soon as they released the unicorn thing, I was like, ooh. Porzingis is known as being the unicorn. I was like, ooh, Porzingis. And then it came out as Luka. I was like, especially because I'm a Knicks fan. Obviously, I know a lot of Knicks fans don't like Porzingis, but he was literally like at the time, obviously water under the bridge for me. Okay, but literally at the time, I don't blame him for leaving because we were literally in shambles. Like it was insane. Like if like RJ Barrett like requested a trade now, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? We're actually decent.
Yeah.
But then we were literally terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him for asking for a trade. Obviously, he was injured as well. So obviously, I think he just done his ACL and he's literally not been the player since.
No.
And it literally
it's actually a good trade for you guys. In the end.
Turns out it was a good trade for us. But obviously, if his contract runs out and it's rumored that we're going to get him, I would welcome him back so quickly. It'd be unbelievable.
It'd be a good
I literally still have, obviously, you have pop vinyls behind you. I literally have my Porzingis pop vinyl, and I just can't get rid of it.
I have,
because at the time,
as well, somewhere.
Yeah. like, because at the time, obviously Melo had left.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, this is Porzingis' time. And then he got injured. And I was like, oh no. And it came out he had an ACL injury. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
Especially
bad.
it's the worst injury a basketball player can get, let alone a 7-foot center who can move like a guard. I was like, oh,
it's hard to be the same again after that height with that injury. Like,
literally, that's what's made like Kevin Durant just be like, he's like, I say LeBron's like a genetic freak, but Kevin Durant is up there as being like a genetic freak as well. Like, I don't know.
He's a weird one though, because he doesn't look built to be that way. Like,
he's literally a pencil.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
he is actually a pencil. Like, obviously LeBron's like literally pure strength, but like KD's he's literally like
he
the
looks
Allen
like the
Iverson
wind would
of,
blow
like,
him over.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, literally. Like, obviously, like how Allen Iverson could literally score, literally doing anything.
yeah.
KD's literally exactly the same, but it doesn't look like he should. But no, like,
I think he's very adaptable though as well, though, KD, because he has so many weapons. Like, I think Porzingis had a couple of weapons.
Dude, remember the summer we were supposed to get Kyrie Irving, Durant, and draft Zion?
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, and I remember it came out that the Knicks didn't want to like potentially like risk a max on Kevin Durant. I was like, of any player you risk a max on, it's literally the best scorer in NBA history. Like,
do you know what's funny though? It was that or nothing. Those were your choices.
Yeah,
it was risk everything on KD or guaranteed to have a bad year. Like,
don't get me wrong, it worked out all right because obviously we had Julius Randle for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because I think at that point they literally just went right. Yeah, at that point it was literally like, right, Giannis's thing is up in 2 years. Build up for Giannis. So obviously Giannis is doing mad stuff in Milwaukee at the moment. So this worked out for him.
Fair.
But no, in terms of like, obviously I know we're not talking about basketball, but in terms of like just the Knicks in general, we are now. But in terms of just the Knicks in general, I think we have the most cap space and we have the youngest team in the NBA. So
the future's bright.
Yeah,
you need to just get rid of the stigma. That's all the Knicks need.
Yeah, ignoring what happened in the playoffs, where I thought we would absolutely obliterate the Bucks and then the Hawks, and then everyone just forgot how to shoot. But yeah, like obviously D Rose is looking good. Hopefully his injury stuff is behind him. So yeah, should be good. I
think the Knicks just need to get rid of the stigma. I think people don't want to go there. I think the media have done such a hatchet job on the backroom at the Knicks that it's players are running for the hills rather than going there. But actually, they've proven this season that they do have some stability. You can't have a run like that with a squad like that without having a strong backroom.
It's literally, I think it's just because James Dolan saw like taking a step back is what he does. Like literally, I don't think there's one person in New York that likes James Dolan except for Nets fans.
Yeah,
like because oh my god, like
you helped them out massively.
Like oh my god, man. Like but no, like the future's
Stephen
bright.
A. memes from that summer are one of the best things on YouTube.
Dude, he's literally. I think it was just the Stephen A. Burner account on Twitter that made me love Stephen A. so much. Because since that Burner account's gone, like my respect for Stephen A. Smith just gone downhill. Like,
it was propping him up.
He's put up so much questionable quotes. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
but
he's definitely doled it up. All right, Luka's W for me. Was it a W for you?
Yes, absolutely.
It was. Yeah, it is a W. Yeah, he's just a great card. He's free. I mean, that is a card that could have made them a fortune as well. So it's a W for a few different reasons.
Oh yeah, like obviously the Quantum one. Obviously they put Kevin Durant in packs as well then, but obviously they were just amazing. So
well, it's just interesting that like they gave away the Galaxy Opal Luka for free, and then gave away the Invincible Luka for free. So yeah, Luka's had a good run for no money spent or however you want to put it. Yeah, it's good. W. If we're going to predict the last one, 19 days left in the season. It's going to be Invincible, isn't it?
This is probably going to be a shot in the dark, but I'll go with whoever the finals MVP is if we get there soon enough.
Whoever the finals MVP is.
I don't think we'll actually. Now that I think about it, I don't think we'll finish the finals before here.
You don't think it'll be an Invincible card? You think they'll take a step back?
Oh no, it'll be an Invincible card. Like, generally, even if they made it like a 60 half badge, like
Booker.
Regular dark matter, I don't think the casual fan is going for that, so I don't think they'll do that.
Well, Ball's got an Invincible card now, so it's open season, isn't it? Really?
I think it can't be MJ. I I generally don't know. Like,
I've
'cause
got
all
a
the
bad
cards-
feeling. I've got a bad feeling.
oh dear, it's gonna be Manute Ball or something, isn't it?
Worse.
Like,
There's one sort of OP card that comes out at the end of every year that's missing in the game.
oh, is it Hakeem?
No, it could be Hakeem.
No.
Karl Malone.
Oh.
They made him a lock-in last year. Do you remember? For the GOAT card. I've just got a bad feeling. Like, as tone deaf as 2K are, I've got a bad feeling it's going to be that card.
Dude, obviously, I'm not going to get into like what he did because I literally think he is a scumbag of a person.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're that out of touch again to do
They
that
made
again.
the GOAT card a massive look-in last year.
Obviously, the Danny Ferry
around that time as well.
Was it Danny Ferry? He had like some like racial incident like a few decades ago or something like that.
Was it him?
It was one of the cards that, and obviously everyone kicked up a massive fuss about it. But in terms of like Karl Malone, because it's like so well known what he did and like what the aftermath of that was, I don't think there'll be that thing again. Because I would legit like.
It was.
Yeah, I can't see that happen again. I really can't. I would literally boycott the level 40 for that season because that's how much I hate Karl Malone. Even if obviously I know Jazz fans might love him, but in terms of like I don't even think John Stockton likes him. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be in the game. My opinion is he shouldn't be in the game. That's my opinion. But either way, I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's my feeling. I've just got that feeling. I don't know why. It just seems like something tone deaf enough for them to do. But yeah, Hakeem is a good shout. I don't know really who else is left. I mean, obviously, it's not like GOAT cards last year, right? Invincible cards are open to.
I could maybe, because he hasn't got an Invincible card yet. I could maybe see Larry Bird being him.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Because obviously, people have started to like Larry Bird in the game. Because obviously, I remember like his Diamond that got released. He was so goddamn slow. Like I generally think a forklift would move faster than him. Like, but I could maybe see like a point guard Larry Bird Invincible card.
I got a feeling it's going to be a modern day player. That's what I think. I think probably if I was legit guessing, I think it'll be a modern player. I
know this isn't like because if he did drop, no one would go for him. But I would kind of like to see Chris Paul get it because obviously he's very close to his first NBA Finals after what, like 18, 19 years.
They should really make all the rewards next season like based off the playoffs, right? That's what they should do. Like Chris Paul for like unlimited or something would be great.
Dude, oh my God, I'm gonna get triggered again. You know the awards that everyone got, like the MVP and stuff, like and the most improved player. Jokic gets an Invincible lock-in.
Yeah.
Julius Randle gets an updated card.
That was an L. That was a huge L.
He's a fake Dark Matter. I don't care what anyone says. He's a fake Dark Matter.
Why didn't they just?
That is not
matter?
It's like, oh my God, I was so triggered by that. It was unbelievable.
Do you know why they couldn't update it in the way they wanted to?
Oh, it's because people have badges.
Yeah.
Dude, literally, my argument to that is, hold on, let me search when Julius Randle came out. TT Online, Julius Randle. He came out in March.
Yeah.
I don't care about what badges I put on him in March.
Yeah.
If I've put like 6 Hall of Fame badges on him, I don't care. Update his card to give him 50 off badges.
Do you want to know something crazy? No one put any badges on Julius Randle.
I mean, I did.
Did you? I've got like 6 of them. I've got 6 of them.
Oh, I'll check.
I used them once.
Oh, I'll go check. Julius Randle. I actually didn't, but anyway, I actually didn't know.
I mean, it's just the concept stopped it being updated. But why didn't they just release a Dark Matter? Why couldn't they just actually release a card?
Dude, it's the whole thing with like Evo cards as well. It's just like everyone says like, oh, because I've added badges to him, they can't do it. I'm just like, I generally don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if I've sacrificed 4 half badges if they're going to update him like an Evo to give him 12 or 13 badges. I don't care.
Unfortunately, the rest of the community isn't you. Don't be outraged. Oh, I used my off range on this and that. Like you can see it coming straight away.
Oh no, like that. Obviously, that I get, but like badges are worthless now anyway. So I literally don't care. Like,
Thanks.
I genuinely don't care. Like, if I put 6 half badges on a card in goddamn February, I'm not gonna care if you update it in June. Like, just update the stupid cards with the Evos. Like
I've got like 25 badges. I don't know what to do with that. I'm literally thinking of putting them all on Amethyst Sleepy Floyd and just running that card.
dude,
That's a high IQ play.
Dude, literally, right? I pulled so I put in my like level 39 Hoff badge like a few seasons ago. I pulled that Lob City finisher. I literally didn't know what to do with it. My chat suggested put it on Heat Check Frank Inankita from the Knicks, and I was just like, that is a fabulous idea. So I literally have a 1 Hoff badge Frank card in my collection.
JD found a was it Bol?
Yeah, he checked he checked Bol. He had like 3 Hoff badges. Do you know there was 2 of them? I went to check him, and there was literally 2 of them.
I love this community sometimes. I love how someone sat down and went, I'm just gonna do that.
There's one, but there's 2 weird. Like he's 50,000 MT. He has Intimidator, Deadeye, and Hot Zone. That is the
overall glitching god, isn't it? That's what it is. That's basically what it is.
This one has Showtime, Quick First Step, and Range. Like, god damn, man, people just don't care.
Jesus. Oh, all right, man. I think we're good. We covered everything in a lot of detail. This turned into a mini podcast, but it was fun, man. That was epic. That was epic. I'll catch you on a rate your team soon, but we'll do another one of these in a week or 2. You good for that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be done. Absolutely.
Cool, guys. All right. Well, that's the video. Thanks to IJJosh again. Superior Josh holding it down again. Yeah, cool.
Don't you forget it.
Let us know
even JD. I'm the superior
Josh as well. Oh, geez, I might have to stop saying that. JD is the goat. He might be the goat. Let us know in the comments if you agreed or inevitably disagreed with everything that we said. Like and comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys.